All right, this video is for all of my friends who love my salsa and ask me for the recipe, and when I give it to them, they say that their salsa did not turn out the way mine did. So I thought it would be good to show you a video on what I use and exactly how I make it. So here's the ingredients: cilantro, fresh tomatoes, I try to use organic when I can, green onions, lemon, salt and pepper, I use sea salt, and then jalapeno rounds, and you can use mild or spicy. And then I use 1 can of Kirkland organic diced tomatoes, and you drain most of the juice out. And then I use my Cuisinart food processor. So all we do is add the tomatoes, and then I like to put the green onions and the cilantro, and I just do like a big handful. So if you have a small bunch of cilantro, 1 small bunch, or if it's a large bunch, then just use about half of it, but it's like 1 big handful. And then I add in a couple more tomatoes. And then, oh, and I forgot, because I didn't notice them, fresh garlic cloves. So, and I love flavor, so I have 4 that I'm adding to this. If you don't have garlic cloves, you can always use garlic powder, which is quite pungent, and you don't want to use garlic salt because then you can't regulate your salt as well. So sometimes I use that if I don't have fresh garlic. And then we just squeeze in with a little strainer so we don't get the seeds, the juice of 1 whole lemon. And you can also use lime, but I don't always have limes around, but I always have lemons, so I just usually make it with the lemon, and it gives it just a little bit different of a flavor too than your lime does. So there's that. And then I like to put about 6, if I'm using spicier, I put about 6 rounds of the jalapenos in, because I feel that flavor in your salsa is way better than heat, because you enjoy it a lot more that way. And then after that, then I kind of add the tomatoes, and they're gonna fall sort of in and around. And then salt and pepper. Now you wanna add, I would say, I don't measure, but it's maybe about a teaspoon of salt. And then I love the black pepper is really, I think, another thing. So I do about a teaspoon or more of the black pepper as well. Sometimes I even add a little bit more to it. And the reason you want to be careful with your salt is start off with less, and then I always, either I taste it or I always try to have somebody else taste it, because your chips are going to have salt on them. So if you over salt your salsa when you're eating it with your chips, then you're going to be too salty. So then we just put the lid on, and I pulse. I just pulse, because then that way things kind of get a chance to fall down in there. And you can check it. And this is a nice full batch. But I think, because I'm having a lot of company over today, I'm gonna just throw these couple more tomatoes in there, because I want a nice big batch. And sometimes it might spill over a little when you take your food processor part off, but it's not a big deal. You can just wipe that off. Sometimes it also leaves a big chunk in there, but that's not a problem too. So I just usually take a spoon. So there's a big chunk, there's a couple in there. So we're gonna pulse a little bit longer. And check it one more time. do it one more. And if we find any more, we'll just pick it out. I wanted to say too, so if you'll notice, it's quite ground up. It's real fine. If you like yours chunkier, then just take another couple of tomatoes and just cut them into, dice them up real small, and then add it in, and then you can get that more flavor. It's personal opinion. Some people like it that way, some people don't. You can also add chunks of avocado in it too, which is really good. So, real quick, I'm gonna have my taster taste the salsa. And delicious. So, is it salty enough? Is it flavorful enough?
Yep.
All right, so that's my video on how to make salsa. I swear I've never held out an ingredient. This is it. Okay, bye.